All right, so we're finally back with the memory level. It's been a little while, and I'm pretty excited to start working on it. So today I'm gonna be doing or decorating the first part, the second part, and finally I really want to do the third part. So I want to get this done all in one video. So I guess let's just get started on the first part then. Okay, so I'm just gonna start by putting all of the outlines, so I'll just skip to when I'm done. Okay, so that didn't take too long. That probably took like 10, 20 minutes or something. So yeah, I'm just gonna make a little structure here. I think it could be actually kind of cool. All right, let's give it a play test. Oh wait, we gotta delete the star positions here. I'll just play like this. Yeah, this is good so far. I like this. I'm happy with it. So next we're gonna do the block design, I guess. So, well, actually, first I think we gotta do the background. So I'm gonna give it like an orangey, like a dark orange, maybe. Maybe like a little darker, brighter. Like red. No, that's way too red. Jeez, no. Here, I like the first color that we had actually. Perfect. So, and then I for the grounds, I just like making them full black and then a line that's just white. I think it looks good. Yep, perfectly like that. So now we can start with the block design. So I'll start off by getting like what's it called? Wait, one sec. Yeah, so I set those on T2, right? And I start off by putting black outlines on the pillar, and then I can put them on T1 and make them like just black and whatever, and it adds like it looks good. Okay, that's all you need to know. And then I can add and then I can add the backing blocks, put them on like B1 or something. No, B2, and then yeah, I'll just copy and paste them. Okay, perfect. So then I can just select them and I can give them like a color or something. So I can go with like that kind of color maybe. No, that's not great. Yeah, like a little darker like that because it's like a backing. Perfect. Okay, I like that one. Okay, so then we can do the detail block. Wait. Okay, so we can do like bricks because I don't know. I just like bricks. We can give it a new color where we can give it like a brighter color, like that. Perfect. So that already looks pretty good, but it's looking kind of flat. So let's add some on the next. Wait, actually, I'm just gonna make sure that that's no touch, or else because the black outlines also do have a hitbox. So now we can go on to the next free layer, which is 4, and we can add some glow. Okay, so yeah, this should look good. Maybe make that like another black, but then I can give it like lower opacity, like that or something. Yes, perfect. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna copy and paste this on everything. Oh wait, no, no. We first have to make a design for the other kind of block. So let's do that now. So now what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna like do. So I want to do like the same design for the pillar. For the outside of the block design as the pillar, and then I can do something else for the inside. So let's just skip ahead and I'll show you guys that when I'm done. Perfect. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. So now for the inside, I think so I'll just take like the backing blocks. Oh wait, that's not, wait. Yeah, so just take the backing blocks, right? And I think I'll make them like half brightness. Wait, just give me that exactly real quick. Perfect. And then for the design blocks, I want to use like these ones, and I can just give them that. But first, so if you flip them like this, it makes this cool like crystallized design, and it looks really good. So if you're ever using those blocks, I recommend you try that. It's a little too bright. We'll just give them half brightness like we did for the backing blocks. Oh, yeah, this actually looks really good. Okay, I'm really happy with this. Let's just add some glow or something. I can just grab the that glow, put it there, and then I can give it like the black. Yeah, like the low opacity black, I think. Like that. Oh, this actually looks pretty good so far. So I guess what I'll do now is I'll just wait, let me just add some glow like this on the bottom. That could look nice maybe. Like blending glow. It's a little bright. Maybe tone it down a little bit. Yeah. Like that. I think that looks pretty good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy and paste all of the blocks, and I'll come back when I'm done. Alright, so I'm back, and that took like a quadrillion hours. Like, that took way too long. Let me just play this. So you can see I actually did add a new type of structure with like this just the inside of the bigger blocks. I think it added a nice like contrast maybe. Like it just makes like make it so everything isn't like that bright like orangey color or something. And I think it adds a fair bit to the part. So next I want to make a spike design, and I'll just skip ahead once all the spikes are in place. Alright, so I'm finally done. Now, the spikes are, like, extremely detailed, so I'm not 100% sure how I feel about them. I'll just leave them for now, and I probably won't change them in this video. But if you don't like them, don't worry, because I probably will end up changing them to something more simple, and and for the future spike designs in this level, I'll do something a little bit more simple. But now we are finally done the first part, so now let's move on to the second part. Okay, so I'm like back and stuff. It's been like a day, so we did this yesterday. I don't know why I'm recapping, because for me it was like a day ago, but for you guys it's been like a minute. So anyways, I guess we're just gonna work on the second part today. But we're actually gonna do some pulses real quick, so I'll just make some pulses first, and then I'll show you when it's done. Yep. Those are pulses. That's not bad. So I guess let's work on the next part now. I guess so the block design is gonna be like super similar to the first part, especially like the pillars, because I'm probably just gonna do like a long pillar. So yeah, making this part is gonna be way quicker than the first part probably. So I'm just gonna skip ahead to the point where I've placed all the block designs in. Alright, so I'm done, and I accidentally added this, like, background thingy. Wait, I'm gonna increase the opacity. I did it by accident because I was trying to copy backing blocks, and I misplaced them, and I realized that it would probably look kind of cool if I made the opacity a little darker. So, yeah. So now it's time to do a spike design, I guess, so I'll come back when those are done. So, I finished making the spikes, and somewhere along the road, I made it obvious where the fakes are and stuff. It was like halfway through, but it wasn't really a big deal, so I kind of just didn't show you guys. It doesn't really matter that much. So, yeah. I'm just going to add some pulses and stuff, and then we'll start the next part. Yay, I'm back, and it's like the next day again. So, I think I added pulses. Yeah, I added pulses. And now it's time to work on the second part. So, you guys know the drill by now. I'll skip ahead to when the outlines are added. So, I am done the outlines, and so my plan is to do like 3 different designs. The pillar design, the normal block design, and then I want to do like for the ground, I want to do like a darkish, kind of like crystallized ground, and I want to, in like the second half of this part, and I want that to just be the stuff that you actually always walk on. So, to do this, I'm going to just take this, and I'm going to scale it up to 2 times, right? And then I'm going to, make it the backing block color. Now, scaling the backing blocks is really just to save objects, but I'm also going to scale the detail block, I think, which is going to be like the crystal blocks. So, I'll just skip ahead to when those are done, and I'll probably just skip ahead adding glow, because it's going to be simple. It's just a stupid freaking car. It's just going to be, black glow at the bottom and bright glow at the top, so I'll just skip ahead to then. Alright, so we're done. that didn't take too long. I think it looks pretty good, so I guess let's move on to the pillar and the normal block design. So I'll just start by adding the backing block, which is what I always do because making block designs in the level is so boring because I have to do this quickly because I only have 1 month to make the entire level, blah, blah, blah. So I make it the color, and then, so for the detail block, I kind of want to use like the 9 circles wave blocks, except the square version. I think that could look kind of cool. And again, I'll give it 5. And then, yeah, I think this looks pretty good. Maybe like a little darker. Nah, I'll just keep the normal brightness, that works. And then I can go, I guess I'll add like the black inner outlines now, maybe. I'll just skip to 3 and I'll put it there. Alright, design is done. I also added the globe, but, it's so insignificant, so who cares. So for the big block designs, I'm literally just going to do the exact same design from the first part, except, don't use the bricks. I'll use like the 9 circles blocks for the outside, obviously. So I'll just skip ahead to when all the block designs are in place. Oh my god, I'm finally done. It's literally been, it's the next day, by the way, and it's not like I haven't been doing this much. This took me so fucking long, and it all because of the stupid block designs that don't have, that are scaled up to 2. So every single, structure here has to be, perfect, and the perfect shape, and it's so annoying, bro. This took way too long. I genuinely hated doing this. I'm finally done, though, so, yeah. So I'm just going to a quick spike design, but I'm probably not actually going to show making it, and I'll just skip straight to the showcase, because it's not going to be special or anything. It's just going to be, the last part. Yeah, so let's skip to the showcase, and thank you for watching. Consider subscribing, because it would help me out a lot, and, I'm cool, and if you want to see when the next memory video comes out, then subscribe and you'll get notified, so that's pretty cool. Also consider joining our Discord, which I'll put in the either pinned comment or description, where you can get notified for when I'm live streaming on Twitch or anything like that. So without further ado, enjoy the macro.